This is the Majoris Media monthly podcast.
Shut up.
We are coming from a very, very strange room. Kind of feels like we're in an E.T. film.
If anyone's here, send the ransom money to 4873.
It's half painted at the moment, isn't it? It's a little bit weird. It's empty at the moment, the room we're filming from.
Alright,
or recording
yes,
from.
we're not actually getting ready. Right, so if I flick that up, okay.
Yeah.
Stick it onto that view, okay. So
there you go.
Okay, so we give it a little break and then go into the actual recording.
We're not actually recording?
We are recording, but I just want to give it a break because I count down and we actually go into doing the podcast, okay? So
actually, what?
I'll count down to 5 from 5 and then we actually start doing the podcast.
Yes, you start doing the podcast.
Yeah, when I go. Okay, right, okay, so
Everyone can start?
you start.
So just do what I did at the beginning.
Shut up! I will whack you with that microphone.
No, we'll carry on. We'll just carry on.
Okay, yeah.
No, this is just a big tester, isn't it?
Essentially, yeah.
It's like a beta test.
There we go.
It?
Yeah.
We wanted to do this to bring you all the monthly media. We can't do it every week because unfortunately the both of us are quite busy.
Well, I'm busy at university. I don't know what you're busy with.
Busy in retail.
That's what you call it.
So,
right. Okay.
So I'm Harry,
and I'm Sir Joshua Williams of Aldershot, knighted by the Queen.
We're both big into media, aren't we, Williams? You're doing a degree?
Yeah, a degree in media production, and you're working at Budgeons.
Yeah, I've got 3 A levels in media.
And I'll be
just to point out.
Okay,
I did my time.
All right, I'll agree with you there.
And had enough of the other college they sent me to, which, by the way, is Farnborough Tech. Don't go there.
I'm doing my degree at Farnborough Tech. Come for open evenings today on the 22nd and 23rd of October.
It's a prison, honestly. I'd rather be stuck in the prison where Bane went to be fair.
That's just.
I think I texted that to you when I was.
Yeah, when you were there, I got texts just saying this is like
the worst hell on earth.
This is like the hell on earth.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what are you going to try to do with this podcast? What kind of stuff are we hoping to kind of bring in?
Well, we're hoping for views. That's what we're hoping.
Hopefully.
For the few of you that are listening,
we're doing this podcast for that one person up in Salford that's going to be listening to us.
No, it's just I don't know. I feel like we need to express ourselves in this day and age.
Yeah,
There's such a wide variety of media, and I don't know. I think podcast is definitely the best way of getting it out, I suppose, just because we can't go to every point in the world and chat to every single one of you individually. We are multilingual.
If we could, do you think we'd be doing a podcast?
We speak chavin English pretty much.
Well, I speak upper class proper English.
Upper class, yeah.
Yes.
And Morgan Freeman English.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the penguins were walking across the Antarctic.
So you're doing your degree.
Yep, and you're doing
media, and you also do a paper round.
Yeah,
that's your thing.
I do talks to people.
Yeah. And I'm a duty manager in retail. I won't tell you which shop, just in case this does become quite good, and I get lots of cats scratching on the window, like The Walking Dead or something. And then obviously we've set Majoris Media up, just a place to showcase and portfolio.
Which hopefully you already know about because this is the Majoris Media podcast. So we're not entirely sure what you're doing here if you haven't heard about us yet.
But if you haven't, we'll just get rid of the Majoris Media thing and just make this a monthly podcast for all of you lot.
Yeah. Okay. And what kind of
future plans?
Yeah.
So this is just the beta, and then hopefully next month we're going to try and bring it to you every month, if possible.
Talking about kind of the stuff kind of going on like television, film, games. Yeah. Have little features and kind of subject choices.
Maybe some reviews.
Yeah.
Something like that. Our top 10 of things, and. Also, when this room is finally done, we'll get a nice sofa in here and some proper microphones and a camera set up, and you can see our ugly faces.
It'll be a video podcast. I apologise about Harry's appearance just from the offset.
I'll just wear
But wear a mask.
Or something, that'd be fine.
Or a paper bag.
Or a paper bag.
Paper bag.
Yeah. And I'll just draw different faces on there
each month.
Right, so let's move on. We've done our little
we've got some
opening.
We've got a little few big news segments kind of coming out. So
big news. Yeah. This is the biggest news.
This isn't like
I can't go through little tiny news.
This isn't like
stuff in the ant world or something like that.
This ain't like ITV kind of Salford news. This is like
nothing
the proper
about Ebola or anything like that. This is.
You said you wouldn't mention Ebola.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, so Williams, you're going to start us off because you're more of a Marvel man than I am. I like my DC
thank you. I am quite a Marvelous. Oh, Marvel, right. Well, the big news was kind of the big Marvel news is kind of for the moment is probably the Avengers: Age of Ultron trailer kind of leaking.
Yeah, it just came out.
Just
days ago.
Just got leaked. It was going to be. It was going to be aired with the new episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
But a day afterwards, it got leaked online, so Marvel went, we'll stick the full thing up anyway.
Oh,
but yeah, Jesus Christ, how dark could you get from a single trailer?
Yeah, it looks very good. I was not a fan. Well, I wouldn't say I wasn't a fan. Marvel, the first Avengers was good.
Yeah, you kind of
wasn't
sing with individual heroes. You weren't kind of keen on them until this new lot of films.
No, I didn't like what Captain America was wearing. We're not going dog wang fashion here, but he looked a bit of a ponce. And no, Iron Man's cool. I've always been a big fan of Iron Man. Hulk is a great character,
and Thor's going on.
Thor, is growing.
But we can say over this new Avengers film, it definitely looks like they're going to they're upping the ante. It's a world crisis that maybe even the Avengers can't actually beat.
I think there's new characters in there.
There's two. We've got Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
And they're the evil characters, aren't they?
They were the characters we saw at the end of Captain America. The Winter Soldier. But the thing is, they come from kind of the X-Men realm of kind of mutant powers. But because
that won't be in the Avengers probably.
Oh, no, no reference to kind of X. No, because Fox have the right to the X-Men franchise, so they can't mention kind of mutant powers, Wolverine, that kind of lot without permission from Fox or an agreement. So we're just going to call them they have miracle powers. We're going to use that one there.
Okay.
But the big bad guy though for Age of Ultron,
awesome,
he looks terrifying, especially his whole
the strings,
the whole Pinocchio kind of aspect of it. Just especially at the end is I have no strings on me.
Yeah, no,
big Avengers titles.
Now the question that I was wondering: did Tony Stark create this
I've seen some previews for it, and yes,
he does.
The idea for it is after S.H.I.E.L.D's kind of gone down outside after the Winter Soldier. Tony Stark he's capitalising on the Avengers to fund them.
So is it to make sort of like this epic soldier that will help fight by their side, like the robots he created in
in Iron Man 3?
Yeah,
It's kind of. He's making kind of a peacekeeping. He makes a lot of them. They're kind of peacekeepers, but he's programmed them to fight threats off and kind of protect the innocent. Right. But one of them the AI for it, which ended up becoming Ultron, figures out, he kind of oversteps his program and figures out the actual problem for humanity is humanity. So if he was to wipe out all of humanity, the whole world would be kind of safe. And that's the thing, he adapts and he gets stronger and stronger and stronger to a point where even the Avengers probably wouldn't be able to beat him.
So we could see some other characters.
We could see.
What happened to was it Thanos, the guy at the very end of the?
He's still kicking around. He had a little bit in Guardians of the Galaxy, which you haven't seen.
No, I haven't seen Guardians.
He had a little bit in that. We saw. we saw a little bit of him in Guardians of the Galaxy, but apparently there are rumours he might be around for the third lot of Marvel films, like at the for the third Avengers, which might not.
When Spider-Man might actually come.
Yes, there are rumours about that, but I think we'll talk about that in another podcast.
But no, definitely looks interesting. This one, especially definitely more interesting than the first one. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Personally, from a person who's not the biggest fan of Marvel, bring on the Dark Knight.
It's going to be dark. The next big thing is probably Walking Dead, which you can probably mention quite a bit.
Now, The Walking Dead. Now that is interesting. This series,
yeah,
especially following the darker routes, so the most darkest, I think, especially the opening. Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, this is if you don't want to hear, skip ahead next 5-6 minutes or so till you get into our Doctor Who segment. That won't be any spoilers.
No.
But if you want to avoid spoilers, catch away now. Now, spoilers.
Yeah, Walking Dead. The first scene, or second scene, something like that, where I think there's 5 people.
They were lined up,
over
ready to get butchered. Good God, I've not seen that much blood in on all 4 series of The Walking Dead.
That was graphic, to say the least. And then especially Gareth, who is a great villain.
He's psychopath. He's less evil than the Governor, but he's more psychologically unhinged.
Yeah, I think this one's got a better backstory to it because they're cannibals.
Yeah, they're cannibals that have been forced to cannibalism because of what's happened in the past.
Because of evolution.
Because what happens in the evolution of this kind of world, what happened in the past, led them to become. They have to kill to survive after what happened to them.
Yeah. And then that brings us into what happened at the end of
episode 2. With Bob looking a little legless.
Yeah, just a little bit, and all the jokes on shish kebab and
shish kebab, Bob's Burgers. My favourite one was Gareth's barbecue tartar sauce. That was my personal favourite. But yeah, I was watching it with my parents, and my mum looked over and she went, "Oh my God!" And I turned around and I went, "You're not eating ribs for the next few days?" She went, "No."
It's disgusting. I tell you what, I wasn't actually even expecting that.
I've read the comics, so I knew what was happening, but the characters are far different.
Yeah. They've adopted different roles at different points, haven't they, to the comic?
Yeah.
Again, don't spoil the comics.
No, I won't spoil the comics at all. But
this series, I think, is going to be one of its greatest.
It's going to be dark. It's going to be. Yeah. There'll be less talking than there was in Series 3. There's going to be more action than there was in Series. 4. Oh no! Less talking than there was in Series 2. More action than there was in Series 3. And just a general darker undertone.
Yeah, it's so that I think it's going to rapidly move on from the walking that we went through in the 4th series, just because the characters have become unhinged a little bit. Yeah. Just because they have no safety anymore. They have no prison. They have no safe house.
They've lost so much humanity.
It's just them and the world.
It is like the tagline said. It is hunt or be hunted.
Yeah. So I do think they're going to find something else within the next couple of episodes.
Either that, or they're all going to be chopped up nicely in a little burgers.
Oh God! But they said, I think it was on the next time. I think there's a few of them going. I'm not sure if that includes Beth.
Ooh. We haven't actually seen Beth yet, so it'd be amazing if she goes without a scene.
I think we will see her though this episode, and if not, we'll have some sort of little segment with her in. But no, it's going to be good, The Walking Dead. I'm so glad it's back on.
Oh yeah. See, ironically, while that's just come back on, Doctor Who is in its final 3 episodes for the series. Yes. We've gone through some highs and some lows.
Yes.
If you're catching up, it started off really great.
It did start.
Some episodes were lacking, but it built up for something great for these last few episodes.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of I think it was more of the middle part with the spiders. I thought that was an effort.
It's building up something grand, which even Moffat has said it's going to be a dark finale.
Yeah, I mean we've got the one tonight. It's sort of a take on Red Riding Hood, isn't it?
No, this is everyone on Earth wakes up one night to find an invasion by nature.
Oh right.
Forests have just plopped up all over Earth. No one knows why.
Oh, right, okay, that's interesting. That Mummy, I tell you, the Mummy one was good.
The Mummy one was great, and then...
What was the one after?
The episode with the creatures from the second dimension.
Yes, that was a good one.
That was fantastically played.
Yeah, loved that one. Loved the way they were... Just, how did they make them again? They were,
I looked at some behind-the-scenes stuff. They took full 3D scans of the actors... and then manipulated them to look like they were like drawings.
Very clever.
Now, for people for listening in, if you want to sound off in the comments, who the hell's Missy, and what her plans has she got? Because none of us actually have a clue.
No, we don't. We know it's something to do with the Cybermen.
Something to do with the Cybermen.
I think we've got that much. And she wants something to do with Clara.
Something to do with Clara.
Well, I think, personally, it's going to be the end of her run on Doctor Who, but she is a very good character, and she has
she's grown magnificently.
A very good backstory. Being what is it, the
impossible girl that has saved the Doctor at every opportunity.
Yeah, so I think they could play on that again, and she could last for maybe another series
Another
or
series.
two.
Possibly. It currently with the Missy thing, it's like playing a game of Guess Who. We're kind of, does she have black hair? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of, is she an evil person? Maybe.
Yeah.
We honestly have no idea. So maybe in the next 2 episodes, we hopefully Moffat, you'll give us something. Otherwise, we will come around we will come to your house and
just
as Daleks, and we will ask questions.
But it's definitely been an interesting series. I think he's a really good Doctor.
He's grown on us so much.
I think we've needed an older Doctor.
We needed older. We needed darker.
Yeah.
And I think after Matt Smith, this is definitely the great opposite.
I thought Matt Smith brought more of the child fan base.
He brought childlike humour, but at the same time, he had some really dark moments.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and it kind of catered for everyone. Where I think this one is, definitely more for the.
Yeah, this is going back to the behind the sofa kind of scares,
which is good. This is how Doctor Who should be.
Yes,
every week.
every week, a little bit scary, a little bit funny, but just a great story. Yes. And now we kind of move into our DC segment with the Flash. The Arrow spin-off series.
Yeah, so Josh knows, or
I know.
Williams.
I know. Yeah, Williams.
Second name.
Other, or Josh, one or the other.
Find him on Facebook.
Yes.
Taunt him.
I will not add you if you do that. But no, the Flash. I don't know much about it because I haven't seen it, but I know the character the character who would become the Flash was introduced in Arrow.
Right.
And then that has catapulted along to a series. In America, it's already started showing, but for us in the UK, we haven't got it just yet.
No.
But it's already been authorized. It's gotten its full series. It will have at least one full run.
Right. We'll have to. I think we'll have to.
Watch that out.
I think it's
going to be
interesting.
Yeah, especially how Dark Arrow's got, and this looks more light-hearted, kind of. Funny with some drama in it.
Yeah. Why is everything really dark on here?
Yeah,
the next thing, Gotham.
Oh my god!
Goes to dark.
you go from dark to parent killing in an alley dark.
Yeah, I was going to say have we started showing that over here?
Yeah, they've just started. We were on to about episode 2. I haven't actually seen the first. I've seen clips and
And obviously,
spoilers here. I've seen the clip where Bruce Wayne's parents die.
Well, no, it's not really spoilers. It's in like every single.
You get that one. You get that one fan.
Differently.
Wait a minute. Bruce Wayne was Batman. I'm going to complain now.
I think they've done every paradox of Bruce Wayne's parents dying.
You said there was a comic book series called Flashpoint in which Bruce Wayne dies and his parents take on the mantles. Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and Martha Wayne loses it and becomes the Joker. It's a great comic book series to kind of read. I've seen an animated film for it. It's really good.
Oh, an animated film?
Yeah, for the Flashpoint. You can probably find it on YouTube. Or DVD. We don't advertise piracy. No. But do it if you want to. Or pirates for that matter. The Majoris Media podcast is strictly anti-pirate.
But no, Gotham.
I
think it was the right thing to do to bring it as a series, especially after the success of obviously The Walking Dead, like Breaking Bad and other really good
kind of long TVs, especially capitalising on the Dark Knight kind of Christopher Nolan saga.
Yes,
it's definitely bringing in to kind of a TV audience that might not know about Batman.
No, I think it's a good way of introducing a Gotham as this really twisted world.
Yeah.
Especially as a series, it gives longer for the audience just to slowly get into it.
And maybe even die-hard comic book fans that don't know much about the kind of the backstory for kind of all these villains. And this is what this series is giving us.
Yeah, there's lots of villains in there.
It's giving us something that maybe the comic books have never really looked on, how these villains became the villains. Because you've got...
this is the very start.
We've got like characters like Cobblepot that are going to become the Penguin.
Yeah, they've got the Riddler,
Edward Nygma, who becomes the Riddler. They've just introduced Harvey Dent, who would end up going on to become Two-Face.
Yeah.
The one good addition I think they've done good to steer clear is introducing the Joker, because he's always he might not be in the series. He's not in the series so far. Yeah. But I think it's good that he's not in it because we've seen him so many times. And I think it's great to focus on other characters.
Yeah, they're really expanding this Gotham universe, and especially with the games as well.
Oh yeah, the Arkham stuff is definitely.
Series.
They've definitely.
I didn't even know half of the villains that are in there before I played that. Especially all the side missions.
I had a wiki some of them.
Yeah, they're different. What the Alice in Wonderland?
Oh, Mad Hatter. Oh, Jesus.
What the hell is that?
That's as even. Ironically, kind of relating to Batman, my friend at the moment is the London MCM Comic Con.
Yes, that's on at the moment.
That's on at the moment. One of my friends.
We
didn't have the money. One of my friends, he's dressing up as a Batman Z villain. Guess what the villain's called? The Confectionery King. He's literally going around dressed with a crown, with a bottle of ketchup and mayonnaise. And the idea is he's trying to give people apophyllactic shocks.
Oh my God.
With ketchup and mustard.
Oh,
I think it's genius.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, kind of Gotham should be able to build on.
People stay far away from this person. He's dangerous.
But yeah, hopefully this series should be able to kind of bring some new light to something that's 75 years old.
Yeah. I have no idea how long it is. So.
It started in like the 30s.
Oh no, how long Gotham is?
It's got a full
series.
Oh, it's got a full series at least.
It's got a full series.
So going from dark to even Dark Knight Light.
Even darker.
It's like
it's the Big Bang Theory.
We're going to series 8 of the Big Bang Theory. Just started in the UK.
Yes.
It's been going on for. I've actually been watching it from like streaming. So I know exactly what's going to happen for the next few years. Majoris Media actually does sponsor piracy on some level.
No, I've become a massive fan.
Thanks to me.
This. Yes, thanks to you. To be fair though, I did watch it slowly. It was on E4.
Yeah. That's kind of the channel we get it kind of on.
Yeah, and it just showed episode after random episode. There was no order to it.
But this one's kind of
loved it.
As it gets on, there'll be more and more kind of the stories are kind of all intertwining the relationship of the characters.
Yeah, the relationship they have is
the humour is unlike anything I've ever heard. Like geek culture has been taunted at, people have dissected it, but now we found stuff that's kind of funny. They can make jokes about Batman or Doctor Who, and we all get it, and people will laugh.
But only people like us will get it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, no, it does apply for everyone.
Yeah.
I think if, say, like your parents turned on us,
my family loves it. We all love watching it kind of on a Thursday.
Yeah, no, it is a very good program.
And they're doing all the way through until Series 10. So we have the rest of Series 8 and
because
then 9
I saw
and
Series
10.
9 on IMDb and I was like, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. It's just like with Doctor Who on Amazon.
Yeah, what's that? Season 12 or
they announced pre-orders for Series 9, and everyone was in the reviews like, "This is the best series so far." And I got a copy early 4 years ago.
Dark Cybermen, everything.
It all just comes together. Sorry, you have to wait one series. But yeah, no, Big Bang Theory. It's just gonna get funnier.
Yeah, no, I like the Big Bang.
Yeah, we get some weak episodes,
especially
but overall, Sheldon's one of the funniest characters. That's kind of
they all have their own little
quirks and traits.
Yeah, but I think Sheldon. I think is the lead.
He's one of the lead characters. Well, him.
They're also lead characters, aren't
Jim
they?
Parsons, Kaylee Kukuo, and John Galecki.
Yeah,
they're all in they're getting paid like Friends money. They're getting paid like $1 million an episode.
Wasn't there some controversy?
There was kind of a standoff between the writers and the actors. The actors are now the main three are getting paid. Their contracts have been renewed
the same.
$1 million an episode.
Some were getting paid differently to others, weren't they?
So they're kind of equaling out how much they get paid depending on how. But the big three stars, they're getting $1 million an episode, which is about the same amount as the cast of Friends was getting by the time they got to Series 10.
Crikey!
It's a lot of money. What do you do with like $1 million an episode though? Like they do 26 episodes, you make $26 million a year.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's like you go down to like
my room would be painted.
Your room would be painted by a lot of people.
Yeah.
If I had like 26 million, I'd just go out and buy 26 million scratch cards because you're bound to win. It's like a big
£1.
If you win £2 for each scratch card, you've doubled your money already.
Yes. Next one.
Okay, next segment. Yeah.
So this is the games that are. So this is we're just telling you what's come out this month. Obviously, we're a bit late.
Yeah, because we're kind of at the end of the month. Because some stuff's already out and some stuff is just
pretty much
come
everything.
Yeah,
is out, apart from
like one or two. Yeah. Okay, so you want to start with
The Evil Within.
The Bethesda horror game,
yes,
which is brought back survival horror in its best kind of
classic.
sense.
I can't remember. It's not Hideo Kojima, is it? It's, I think the guy who made the original Resident Evil...
Resident Evil 4, yes.
Right.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
It was 1 to 4, I think he made.
And he's on board
classic,
with... He's on board with Evil Within.
Yeah, he's been creating this since then with his team, obviously.
It's good that kind of a big thing like Bethesda got a hold of this to kind of help fund it.
I think it's a great game. I mean, my friend's got it. He's a bit slow at getting through games.
That's fair.
But no, he's enjoying it so far. It's definitely mind bending. Let's just put it like that. And then we have Drive Club, which is completely the opposite.
Survival horror, racing in cars.
Well, to be fair, it is a bit survival racing, as people just decide to absolutely obliterate your cars on and off the track.
I've actually played I played a little bit of Drive Club around your house. Oh,
it's pretty.
Dear God, it's very pretty, but very. The AI don't like you.
No, they do not. I'll tell you what, they are punishable. But I think there's a good amount of cars in there, which obviously look great. I think an okay amount of tracks. I mean, I think they should. They have to add DLC in. I think there should be some free DLC at some point.
Yeah, I think a game this big will probably...
Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of issues with their servers, which have really pissed off a lot of people.
That's
I think there will be free DLC.
There will be stuff to make up for it.
There's got to be, I think.
Going from one AI that will try and kill you to an AI that is literally trying to kill you, we got Alien Isolation, which is... It's the alien game we deserve and the alien game we need.
It's generally scary. I mean, I've got it. I
play it around yours a lot.
You play a bit of survival, a bit of a campaign.
It's so terrifying.
It is terrifying. The atmosphere that it creates.
The atmosphere is fantastic.
But we won't say too much because it is our topic of the month.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Go to Middle of Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
This is great. A great game, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
It's completely distinct from the Lord of the Rings franchise, but it kind of its own story and the systems within it are amazing. Imagine you would Batman Arkham's combat with the kind of free roam level of an Assassin's Creed.
So, people have been saying it's a lot like an Assassin's Creed, and especially the parkour, the way you move,
the movement,
buildings. And
But the combat system is meant to be, it's so rich and defined, but that's not what people are talking about with this game.
No.
This game, they're talking about the Nemesis system.
That's it.
We've talked about this a lot in great detail, but essentially...
It's a very clever system. I think in free roam games it will work perfectly. Linear games, obviously,
no, not so much. With free roam, it's amazing. Let me give you kind of a demonstration if you don't know what this is. Imagine you have a table of orcs. They're all different ranks and stuff. So you've got Greg. Yeah, Greg the Orc. Greg the Orc.
Let's just go through the people of Podcast Beyond, shall we? Just Colin.
So Greg the Orc starts as he's a captain orc.
Yeah.
So then imagine if you kill Greg the Orc, he's gone, and then a new orc will take his place.
Yeah.
But if you were to manipulate circumstances, if you were to kill Ian, you've got Ian the Orc and Greg the Goblin. So if you kill Ian, Greg might take his place and move up and get stronger.
Yeah, move up ranks.
Yeah, he'll move up ranks. It's a fluid kind of system. So
if you die, if he kills you, they get stronger.
They'll get stronger.
They get promoted, don't they?
They'll get into a higher ranks.
It is a very clever, intricate system. I think.
And then you can actually dominate certain kind of orcs, and then you'll be able to kind of manipulate. You'll be able to use them as an army.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
it's
4 o'clock.
Sorry. 4 o'clock.
Yeah, our laptops just told us it's 4 o'clock. So next game,
Sunset Overdrive by the people of Insomniac. You know much about this.
I don't know much.
They make the last games they made was Resistance. And the Ratchet and Clank franchise.
Kind of good PlayStation kind of exclusives.
But for some God knows reason, they've gone to Xbox One as an exclusive.
Let me warn you here. Harry's a big PlayStation fanboy. I'm more impartial.
I respect everyone's opinion. I just think PlayStation has the better exclusive.
That's fair.
And obviously, is the best. I think it's the better system of this generation that we've got, of this new generation so far. I think it's the more rounded. But this Sunset Overdrive game...
it looks hyperactive.
Yeah, it does. It looks like someone on crack or something. Honestly, it's mental.
Majoris Media doesn't support the taking of drugs. What are we as well?
Harry does, but...
We're on different sides of the table.
literally.
So after the Sunset Overdrive, you have Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth.
Yes.
The franchise's first attempt at science fiction.
Yes.
Which it looks intriguing. The opening cutscene looks fantastic.
Yeah, no, is it a CGI?
It's a CGI cutscene at the beginning. Looks nice.
Yeah, it does look.
It
really
looks
nice.
looks intricate, big, and it's just science fiction. They've never done anything like this before.
No, I hope they've gone back to like the old sort of top-down style,
turn-based kind of thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like the turn-based thing. That's what annoys me.
Oh, you mean like real time?
It's real time with games like I think it's Warhammer 40k,
and then
Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle Earth.
Oh yes,
that was a good.
And
like Total War.
The Total War franchise is great
the very beginning, but they've gone to turn-based and like you can only put structures in certain places, and it's kind
I haven't played much of the series, but
I think as a genre it's kind of gone back a little bit, but hopefully I haven't played any and I haven't seen much of it apart from the trailers. I hope they go back to that.
So to kind of give a summary, we've gone from Gandhi launching nukes at you to science fiction utopias.
Yes,
which would be fun.
It would be very fun.
And now this next game is kind
we're going to go racing, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're going to go Formula 1 racing. Josh can't; he's too fat to fit in a car.
Yeah, like Segway. F1 2014 is just to be released this month. I care very little for F1, so I'll just leave this all to you.
It's just another racing game, pretty much. But instead of drive clubs, arcadey nature, it's a realistic. It's a
kind of professional kind of thing.
So you have to manage your tyres, and I love Formula 1, by the way. Hamilton. No, from what I've seen, it's annoying me just because there's new tracks, obviously.
Yeah,
they've obviously upgraded the cars and whatnot, but they've stuck with the same animations as they did for like the celebrations at the end, and people wanted all this new things. I think it's because it's the limits of what the old generation can do, and because it's on PlayStation 3 and Xbox. I think that's what the limits of what it can do. But no. I think it'd be alright. I'm not going to get it until it comes out on PlayStation.
The only way I'll get it is if they add in Mario Kart's power boxes.
Well, machine guns on the front.
Guns on the front. Hamilton's putting up bananas behind him.
And a track editor. I think that would be
track
good.
editor would be,
especially on a Formula 1 game.
I could just see it now. They add in a track editor. I could see it now on a track editor.
Vettel's just falling.
Yeah, someone makes a track and they're suddenly doing the fifth race of the season in hell.
In hell, yes.
With tight corners and demons on the track. That'd be
amazing.
And now to kind of round up the games this month, we have
Borderlands. This is one of Josh's favourites.
Borderlands the pre-sequel. I like Borderlands.
Yeah, it's more you than me.
Over the top, shooting them in the face.
I appreciate
grab all
the
the
amount
loot.
of guns they have in it.
Bazillions.
Yeah, they have
seven bazillions and counting.
But I think this is obviously before the actual
Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
this is hence the pre-sequel bit in the title.
I got that.
The one big thing about this game is playing as Claptrap. The robot that
you play as Claptrap?
Claptrap is a playable character, and he has all these special abilities.
It's very fun. It's fun as a co-op game. It's fun. We played a little bit. I know we didn't
try to get very far, but we enjoyed
because it was on that time scale of like the PlayStation 4
was coming out. 3 was kind of in its heyday.
And that was it, really, wasn't it?
But yeah, it's a fun series.
Yeah, it does look fun.
And this is last gen exclusive. This is for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360.
So do you reckon they're just keeping us waiting for maybe Borderlands 3 to come?
Possibly. I'm honestly not sure. I haven't heard any plans, but it's nice.
A full game, isn't it?
Yes, a full game.
No DLC.
No DLC. Well, not yet.
No.
But it's a full game. Nothing's been taken out. Waiting for.
But you play as the villain in Borderlands 2, don't you?
Yeah, one of the villains from Borderlands 2 you play as.
Yeah,
you play as,
which is interesting.
You play as a character. He plays a character from one of the original Borderlands DLCs. I don't know much about the game, but I just know Claptrap. Just
Claptrap.
Jesus Christ.
Just Claptrap. Anyway,
okay.
Shut your Claptrap.
This month we have two big films out at the moment. We have
Fury,
the World War II tank The World War II
It's
tank.
a Sherman tank he controls, isn't he? And he goes behind Nazi lines.
Behind Nazi Germany. We've got big stars.
Team of 5, isn't it?
Team of 5 with stars like Brad Pitt, John Bernthal, and Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this film.
It's meant to be.
We haven't had a World War II film for quite a while. I think the last big one was like Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan was huge.
I think there's been other smaller ones, but this has been like the Hollywood. This
is the Hollywood World War II film.
No,
which it looks dark and uncomfortable to watch.
I think it's good. Like focusing on a group of people struggling behind enemy lines. I think that would be awesome.
This is going to be, and then we got this is a weird niche one, Horns, starring Daniel Radcliffe with a superb American accent.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Daniel Radcliffe.
No, you liked him in Harry Potter, but apart from that,
and then like we saw him in like The Woman in Black.
He was good.
Just like
he was good in Woman in Black.
Why is Harry Potter facing off against the Woman in Black? That's sort of what it was.
When I first saw Woman in Black, someone got a picture of it, and they're just like, Jesus Christ, this new Harry Potter film's a bit weird. We've got the outfit's changed. They haven't got any houses, and the head of house is a bit odd.
Yeah, the head of house. Yeah, no Dumbledore in this.
No Dumbledore in this one. But yeah, Horns looks weird. Do you know the kind of story behind it?
Isn't he possessed by the devil or something? It's sort of.
Kind of. His girlfriend.
I know he grows horns.
He's
that's, don't know where. It could get bigger.
That's why it's the title. Basically, his girlfriend gets murdered.
Yeah.
He's lynched by the town who believes he murdered him, and he wakes up one morning with horns growing from his head, and discovers he can manipulate people into telling their deepest, darkest kind of sin. And it's meant to be kind of, it's weird. It looks, from the trailers, it looks a bit kind of dark comedy, but some real kind of horror, gory kind of things in it.
Yeah, I mean, some reviews have started coming out for it. They haven't been amazing.
It's been mixed, but I honestly think sometimes reviews are more personal opinion.
So our topic of the month is Alien Isolation.
Ooh, yes, we mentioned it earlier in the games coming up, but talk about it a little more because there's a bit of controversy at the moment.
Yeah, the reviews are mixed to say the least. They're polarising, aren't they?
Yeah, the kind of one kind of camp ships. We've got a lot of kind of good, great reviews, but then we've got some really kind of negative reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I've played the game all the way through, and
I've played around yours.
Yeah, and Josh has come over and played some, and Summer Survival as well.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I think it is a really good horror survival game. I think it's what we've needed for a little while. But even like magazines like Empire have given it like 5 stars, and they're really
harsh reviewers. Yeah.
No, I love it. I think like it's kind of like BioShock in the way that it's linear, but with open areas.
Yeah.
Like maps.
Yes, like maps.
But like, there's different ways of going about killing the alien. And by the way, the alien AI is awesome.
It's really
chilling.
Chilling and
really chilling.
It's sadistic. It will hunt you down and kill you in many creative and eventful ways.
Yeah, definitely.
That will terrify the shit out of you.
But I think the likes of IGN and GameStop, I think they've got it completely wrong.
They're kind of criticising about the AI's too hard.
Yeah.
The atmosphere's wrong.
Yeah.
Kind of those kind of things.
But the beauty of the game is that the game is meant to be hard because it has these save stations put throughout the game, and you put like your ID card in it's like a telephone every time you put it in there and you save it, and you only get to use it once, so you have to really plan and strategize where you want to save the game all the way through.
If you die, you kind of go back to the last time you saved because no like autosave or
no autosave
checkpoints. No, it's brutal.
It is really brutal, and it gets really hard towards the end of the game. So, but no, it is a quality game, and I think they've got a really good platform for another game. I think they'll get it even more right for the next one.
Survival, like I said, it's dangerous at the moment to do a sequel.
Yeah,
but they need to take their time and kind of listen to the fans.
Yeah, I mean,
what they want.
I mean, I'd give it somewhere between sort of like a mid-7 to low 8.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
It has its strong points, but it has a few low points in it as well.
Yeah,
but no, we really like it. But now on to our Halloween special.
Yeah, because Halloween's coming up, we thought we mentioned kind of some our favourite Halloween horror games. Kind of, It could be anything from like zombie, survival horror, psychological horror. And for I'd start with mine, I go with the top-down twin-stick shooter Dead Nation.
Dead Nation.
Which is a PlayStation Network exclusive.
Yes.
It's fun.
It's very cool. Me and you played it all the way through.
Me and you've done it on through the co-op campaign.
Yeah.
But it's so difficult.
It is good, and it's got quite a good story to it as well.
The story's kind of right.
Yeah.
But the main thing you're playing for is, Jesus Christ, the hordes and hordes of zombies.
There is loads. There is literally
hundreds,
isn't there? And it's not just the same normal zombies. There's different varieties.
Different varieties, shapes, sizes.
Yeah, massive freaking zombies.
Massive hordes just running at you to try and munch your face.
Yeah. No, it is really good though. We advise playing it.
Yeah.
Especially if you need a co-op game.
This is a great co-op campaign.
The only thing I'd have to say though, it does dip in pace, I think.
Towards the midsection.
After the fifth act. Or something like
you're playing it for kind of the hordes and hordes of zombies, not the kind of story or...
No, definitely not. And then my choice is something that's only out on the PC, is the Amnesia series.
What one? There's two of them.
I know, no, I'll just say...
the series in general?
Yeah, just the series in general. I mean, The Dark Descent is terrifying. And then after you've got, the Machine for Pigs.
Machine for Pig. Which sounds like it's
really weird.
It sounds like a pig in a machine.
It is really weird. But going into the Amnesia games, they give you no sort of idea of where it's going. Every corner is new, and that's why it's awesome. I mean, the scariest thing is that you have to do puzzles as well throughout the game. And being in a room doing a puzzle while in a room with an enemy is freaking terrifying. What was it like trying to put circles in squares?
Circles, trying to match the shape with the shape while the thing's trying to kill you.
That's terrifying. So yeah, that's my horror game for Halloween. But I'd also like to give a special mention to Dead Space.
The Dead Space franchise is definitely...
Dead Space franchise is
reads that survival...
Especially the second one.
The survival horror aspect is terrifying, as we can... The Alien Isolation and Dead Space, they're really kind of... They're different kind of... This is over-the-top kind of horror kind of thing. Isolation, it's simplistic.
Yeah.
And it's got... I think something with Dead Space is you can kill the aliens, but
yes,
there's just a ton of them.
Yeah, there is a load of them, and the crafting system is amazing. I love crafting, building your character up in the exosuit all the way to the top. Quality game. And then we're just going to end it by just saying thank you for listening to mine and Josh's awful voices.
Oh, yeah, just you'll never get those minutes back again.
No,
we're sorry, but
no, you won't.
I thought before we go, just plug some stuff with the Majoris Media is going to be doing. If you haven't picked up yet from the title, which is why you're listening to, if you don't know about, we're an aspiring media kind of group. Yeah. We've got some kind of short stuff out. We did the Slender Origins, which is our first film to hit 1,000 views. Which has done very, very well. Yeah, better than your expectations of 50 views. Yeah, very well. Yeah. We've also got our first feature length Mind Us, which we're not going to say anything about. We're about a week away from. We're a week away from finishing. Yeah, we just finished, and someone's just finishing a soundtrack for us, so that'll be with us. That'll be hopefully. We'll hopefully make it for Halloween. Otherwise, it'll be a November the 2nd film. Yeah, that's not holiday. But no, we're looking forward to that. Yeah, we've got a PT inspired film. If you don't know what PT is, I suggest you go and look at it on. Look at the YouTube stuff. Yeah, for it, and you'll get the general idea. Yeah, and we've also got our comedy series, Josh Gaines, which we're up to about episode 2 of. So it's our ugly faces, doesn't it? Yeah, very ugly faces and comic writing. Yeah, because we've got a few ideas for episodes. We've got our Saw parody one, which will be very fun to shoot. Yeah. We've got our Batman inspired one, which will be called World's Greatest Detective, and our Horse Mask video, which has a story. Don't worry. Yeah. No, so yeah, thank you for listening. We promise we will move from beta to alpha next time. We'll have a sofa next time. We'll have a sofa. We'll actually have a place to do vlogs. Yeah, video podcasts. We hope. Hopefully, we'll be out of this ET room very soon. Yeah, the ransom money still hasn't come yet. But thank you for watching. From Harry and Mr. Williams, the other one. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.